Purpose is what you are living for. Purpose is also just beyond what you are living for, is what you are. So who you are is defined by your purpose. And if you are not in the knowledge of your purpose, then you are not living the real you. In other words, you are living a false life. A purposeless life is a false life. That's why without purpose, any wind can sway you around. And without purpose, you look for affirmation outside your intrinsic value-based system satisfaction. You look for your affirmation, or your affirmation comes from without you, outside you. And you find that is very common in our world today, that affirmation from social media, affirmation from the praise because of what you have, the kind of cars you're driving, the big house you're living. I've seen a lot in recent times people that are wealthy showing off on social media, people that have big houses. It has been a trend. They are showing off on social media. That is the satisfaction of something inside you being derived from something outside you. And you will discover that is an escapism. Now, when we put all these things together, one thing is missing in all this show and all this affirmation from things rather than the values in you, the values you have. All this is a signpost to the one, either a misdirected purpose or a purposeless life. And that's why you will find many people who are doing crazy things for affirmation, because they have no defined purpose in their lives. So I want to just speak to someone that, and I begin with this question: what is your purpose? Purpose means, what is this? And I will be very simple. What is this that you are born to do that is a solution to the many problems in the world? In other terms, purpose is service driven. And in everything that is service driven, we find it harmonizes with the communal well-being of a society and the well-being of institutions in a society. So if you find a society that has sick institutions, sick individuals, and sick everything, or a society that seems to lack empathy, to lack values, ethical values, then in that society there is a rampant outbreak of purposeless individuals. We are certainly living in such a society in our world today. So it is important that this question of purpose should not be neglected right from a young age in our schools, even as we teach children in schools. Can we help them define their purpose? Can we help every institution define its purpose? Can we, in all these institutions we have in our society, define its purpose? What is the purpose of marriage? What is the purpose of a husband? What is the purpose of a wife? What is the purpose of a leader in a society? What is the purpose of leadership itself? What is the purpose of having a community? What is the purpose of having a society? What is the purpose of having a school? What's the purpose of having institutions that work? What's the purpose of having a healthy nation? What is the purpose of having a unified nation? What's the purpose of having purpose as the most important thing in individual's life? As I finish, I want to say, unless the purpose of individuals is defined, the purpose of families will not be defined, the purpose of communities will not be defined, and the purpose of a nation will not be defined, and therefore we will continue going round circles, circles of poverty, circles of stagnation, circles of crime, circles of unethical common practices, circles of evil, circles of despair, circles of depression, circles of suicide, circles of corruption, circles of so many evils that have names, and some names have not yet been invented. It's key that we get to look at this question of purpose. I have barely scratched the surface, but I'm inviting you to a conversation with yourself as I continue to think over this idea of purpose. I invite you to think about purpose also. Have a purposeful time.